Hello, and welcome to this new video on the qualities of ethical leaders. We will explore the personal characteristics and values that are essential for ethical leaders to possess. By the end of this video, you will have a better understanding of what it takes to become an ethical leader, and how you can develop these qualities in yourself. Let's get started. 1. What is ethical leadership? Before we delve into the qualities of ethical leaders, ethical leadership is defined as leadership demonstrating and promoting normatively appropriate conduct through personal actions and interpersonal relations. This really means that ethical leadership is defined as putting people into management and leadership positions. Who will promote and be an example of appropriate? Who has ethical conduct in their actions and relationships in the workplace? In the business world today, ethics are an increasingly important element and point of discussion. So leadership with ethics is very important to understand, develop, and recognize in the business world. People might think that ethics is something intimate, a confidential matter that an individual and his conscience share. How we behave, and how we reach goals, as long as they are legal and legitimate, might not seem important, and some might even say that ethics has nothing to do with management. If you want to become a business leader, learning about ethical leadership is crucial to help you get there. It's your responsibility to model moral behavior in the workplace. When you're in a position of power in an organization, integrity, moral behavior, and ethics are key to being a great leader. So learn about the value of ethical leadership, how to become an ethical leader, and see examples of leadership with ethics around us in the business world today. Leadership that is ethical is important for a variety of reasons. For customers, employees, and the company as a whole. Leadership skills are crucial to help create a positive ethical culture in a company. Leaders can help investors feel that the organization is a good, trustworthy one. Customers are more likely to feel loyal when they see leaders in place in an organization. Good press is likely to come when there are ethical leaders in an organization. Partners and vendors will similarly feel they can trust and work well with an organization when they see leadership that is ethically displayed. In the short term, ethical leaders can help boost employee morale and help them feel excited about their management and their work. It can increase positivity and collaboration in your organization and make everyone feel happier to be at work. In the long term, ethical leadership can prevent company scandals, ethical dilemmas, and ethical issues. It can also help organizations gain more partnerships and customers, which can lead to more money at the end of the day. Loyal employees are also a crucial element of long-term success for a business. At the end of the day, leadership with ethics and ethical principles has major short-term and long-term benefits for organizations and individuals alike. 2. Qualities of ethical leaders. Now that we have defined ethical leadership, there isn't just one correct way to lead ethically. There are some basic elements that are fairly consistent among ethical leaders. Behaving in an ethical manner takes consideration and thought. Developing these traits will help you start on the journey to becoming an ethical leader. Let's explore the personal characteristics and values that are essential for ethical leaders to possess. Honesty. Ethical leaders must be honest and transparent in their communications and actions. They must be open and truthful with their employees, customers, and stakeholders. Integrity. Ethical leaders must possess a strong sense of integrity. They must adhere to their values and principles, even when faced with difficult situations. Accountability. Ethical leaders must hold themselves accountable for their decisions and actions. They must be willing to take responsibility for their mistakes and learn from them. Empathy. Ethical leaders must be empathetic toward their employees, customers, and stakeholders. They must understand their needs and concerns and take them into account when making decisions. Humility. Ethical leaders must be humble and recognize that they do not have all the answers. They must be willing to learn from others and admit when they are wrong. Courage. Ethical leaders must have the courage to stand up for what they believe in, even in the face of adversity. They must be willing to make tough decisions and take risks when necessary. Respect. Ethical leaders must show respect to all individuals, regardless of their background or position within the organization. Fairness. Ethical leaders must treat all individuals fairly and without bias. They must not show favoritism towards any particular employee or stakeholder. Vision. Ethical leaders must have a clear vision for the organization and communicate it effectively to their employees and stakeholders. Consistency. Ethical leaders must be consistent in their decisions and actions. They must adhere to their values and principles, even when faced with difficult situations. 3. How to develop ethical leadership qualities. Now that we have explored the qualities of ethical leaders, let's discuss how you can develop these qualities in yourself. Developing ethical leadership qualities is not an overnight process. It takes time, effort, and a commitment to self-improvement. Here are some tips on how to develop ethical leadership qualities. Set a good example. As a leader, your actions speak louder than your words. Set a good example by demonstrating the qualities of ethical leadership in your actions and decisions. Seek feedback. Ask your employees, colleagues, and stakeholders for feedback on your leadership style. Use this feedback to identify areas where you can improve. Continuously learn. Read books, attend workshops and seminars, and take courses on ethical leadership. Continuously learning will help you develop new insights and strategies for leading ethically. Reflect on your values. Reflect on your values and principles and ensure that they align with those of your organization. Encourage ethical behavior. Encourage ethical behavior within your organization by setting clear expectations and rewarding ethical behavior. 4 ethical leadership examples. Let's now look at some examples of ethical leadership, and some poor examples of leadership, so you can understand even more clearly how to become a leader who models behavior that is ethical. Firstly, poor examples of leadership. Jack is in a meeting with his staff when a concern is raised by Sarah. Jack brushes it off as something that's not a very big deal. As a result, Sarah won't bring up issues in the future that end up losing them a customer. Another example, Elliot is good friends with Jennifer at the office. Jennifer and Sam work together often and are having an issue when it comes to priorities and meeting deadlines. When listening to the dispute, Elliot assumes that Jennifer is correct and doesn't take Sam's grievances into account very seriously. Sam can sense this bias, and takes the dispute to HR, who finds that there was an issue and Elliot didn't take care of it. Another example, James tells his employees they need to be constantly accurate with clocking out for lunches every day. But often, James will take a lunch in his office, so he doesn't clock out, but he isn't working. This poor example leads his employees to distrust him, gossip about him, and feel frustrated. Second, good examples of leadership. Elizabeth is a restaurant manager who helps her waitstaff when they are busy. The staff appreciates the fact that Elizabeth notices and is willing to help them out. Another good example of leadership, Kelly is going through some issues with her family at home which is making her feel stressed. She takes 5 minutes to herself when she gets to her office every morning, to help her leave the stress at home, and get through the day. Her staff is very appreciative that she is kind and calm during work. In conclusion, ethical leadership is about leading by example and promoting a culture of ethical behavior within the organization. At the end, the personal characteristics and values that are essential for ethical leaders to possess. We hope you found this video helpful and informative. If you enjoyed this content, please give this video a thumbs up and share it with your friends and colleagues. We appreciate your support and look forward to bringing you more valuable content to help you succeed in your business. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you never miss a video.